Hello everyone, welcome back to Bank of North Dakota's Ask Stacy and Amanda. I am Stacy. It is nice to be back after the first of the year here. I am going to visit with you today about our scholarship profile for North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. So North Dakota Dollars for Scholars, those scholarship applications opened up January 1st. And anyone that graduated from a North Dakota high school is eligible to apply for scholarships through North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. Now, if you happen to have graduated from a high school that has a local chapter, you may be eligible to receive scholarships through that local chapter as well. So when we're going through everything, I'll show you if you're matched, if you've got a local chapter that you're matched to as well. And then you'll see if you're matched to the state scholarship as well. So like I said, as long as you graduated from a North Dakota high school, you'll be eligible to receive, you'll have some eligibility to apply for scholarships through North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. These scholarships range anywhere between $500 to $2,500. We've got about $90,000 that we're giving out in scholarships this year for the 2019 award year. Scholarships will be awarded this spring in May. These scholarships are open. They open January 1st. They're open through April 1st of this year. So you've got a good 3 months to get those scholarships completed. In order to complete the scholarships, you do need to complete a student profile and go through that student profile in order to actually apply for the scholarships. And so that's what we're going to visit with today, is actually creating that profile. Next week, I'll come back on and do a live on how to actually search and apply for the scholarships as well. And if you get your profile completed after you go through this, after watching this video today, excellent. You don't have to wait for me for next week. You can certainly go through and just search and apply for the scholarships as well. But I am going to get a video out there next Tuesday. We're going to do that scholarship search and apply as well. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to be sharing the page as well, so you can view exactly what I'm seeing as I'm walking through the website. So first, what you're going to do, you would go to any Dollars for Scholars chapter. So if you've got a local chapter, you can go to that specific website. You can always go to North Dakota Dollars for Scholars website, and then that'll match you to any local chapters as well as our state chapter as well. Amanda and I are actually the co-state directors for North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. So that's how, if you're wondering why are we talking about Dollars for Scholars today, that's how they're roped in together there. All right, let's see. I'm going to get this transitioned over here. So you will see our Dollars for Scholars website here. So to get to our Dollars for Scholars website to start creating your profile, you'll go to www.northdakota.dollarsforscholars.org. And this is the homepage that it brings you to right here. What we are going to do is we're going to click on the Students and Parents tab. I'm going to transition this here so you can just have a good view of the website. You'll still be able to hear me walk you through here. So this is where you will be going. This has specific instructions on how to apply right here. If you want the step-by-step instructions printed out, you'll do that right here. What you'll want to be doing as you're going through this is just making sure you've got everything as up to date as possible. So what we're first going to do is go click to log in. If you are a senior this year and you do not have a profile yet, if you have never created a profile, you'll go, don't have an account yet, create one here. I would recommend you search by city. If you search by high school, it might be off a little bit, so I would definitely recommend you search by city. So let's just type in West Fargo here, and it'll come up. Let's say you're at Cheyenne. You would specifically choose that school, and then you would go through and create, you fill in your first name, last name, all of this information. So anything that has a double asterisk by it is required. When I I want to just point you to this email here. This email address is very important that you put an email address in here that you are going to be able to check right away. So what happens is once you create a profile, you are going to submit this, and then you will get an email verification sent to you, and then you'll need to log into your email, click on that verification, and then you'll be able to log right back into your student profile there. If you are just updating your profile, like what we are going to be doing today, so I'm going to just get out of this screen here. So I'm going to log in as if I already have a profile. So I'm going to log in. I've got a test student here. So we've got, can't talk and type at the same time. I'm logging in right here. So this is what, if you are a returning college student, so let's say maybe you are a senior and you've started your profile but you haven't completed it, or you're a returning college student, so you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior this year in college, or maybe you are even a grad student. This is the page right here, what it's going to look like when you log in. I will show you here, there are going to be a couple different quadrants here that you'll want to fill out. You'll see they're divided into, you've got your red, blue, you've got your yellow, green area as well. So what you'll want to see here, in the red heading, really this shows you right here 93% of my profile is complete. You should have close to 100% complete to match all scholarships, but you may apply to scholarships even if not all of them are, if you don't have 100% complete here. I will say the more thorough your application is, the better opportunity you're going to have to match to more scholarships, because some scholarships have a little bit more strict criteria than others. So you'll want to make sure, and I'll show you that once we get into the profile, that you're as detailed as possible in there. So your blue area, this is your opportunities area, and you'll have any announcements from the chapter that you match to right here. Here in the yellow area, this is going to be where you search for your scholarships. Remember that you're going to match to scholarships based on what you complete up here in your student profile, and we'll go to the student profile in just a minute. So and we'll walk step by step through that. And then in the green area here is other scholarship news that you've got available. This new one here is an added one they've added, is resources available to you through Scholarship America. So Scholarship America is a parent company of Dollars for Scholars. Now, before we move on to actually complete the profile, I want to show you up here, you will see these are the chapters that you match to. So for example, when I created this profile, I must have been a graduate of a Bismarck High School. So I matched to Bismarck Dollars for Scholars, North Dakota Dollars for Scholars, and then I've got some national scholarships available here as well. This will give you an idea. If you attend or graduated from a high school that doesn't have a local chapter, you won't see your local chapter information right here. You just see the North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. Now, when I say that, I'm going to transition this over so you can see me again. I know I said this a couple weeks ago when I announced that scholarships were opening, but for 2019, we've opened it up. So anybody that graduated from a North Dakota high school is available to receive scholarships through North Dakota Dollars for Scholars. It used to be that you have to have a local chapter in order to be eligible for state funds as well. It is no longer like that, as long as you graduated from a North Dakota high school. There are some scholarships that are only available to students, preferences given to students that are staying in North Dakota. There are several scholarships. It doesn't necessarily matter where the student is going to school. It can be out of state as well. So definitely worthwhile to complete the scholarship application. So let's go here and take a look at what the actual profile looks like. So if you click right here on this area, click on Work on Profile, you will be able to see exactly the information that you are looking at. So right here, this brings you to your basic information. So again, I was a student, I'm a returning college student. So I've put in my information here. So you've got your last name, first name, obviously everything with the double asterisks is filled out. You've got your primary city location, your zip, current address, where your confirmation email right here. So remember, you want to make sure you've got an email in there that is one that you currently have access to and one that you'll have access to in the future. So I would recommend the email that you use is going to be an email, a personal email, so not necessarily a high school email, because a lot of times you won't have access to that after high school. And then you'll complete this information. Once you're done with this information, you'll just go save and continue. And it's a good idea, even as a returning college student, to just go through all of this information and just make sure that, yep, everything is still correct. This is still all the correct information. So you can just go save and continue through here. You can also skip to different areas over on this side if you want to. This school section right here. So this is a good area for us to visit about here. So you'll want to put in the school that you graduated from right here. You want to make sure that is correct. For those of you that just created your scholarship profile, that's that information you'll see will be reflected right in here as well. College information, what college you're going to be attending this fall. If you still are unsure what college you're going to be attending for the upcoming school year, the 2019-20 school year, you can put in just that you're going to be going to a four-year school in intended majors. If you're not 100% sure what majors you're going to be going into, that's totally fine. You know, as you're looking at different schools, you might be looking at different majors that you'll be attending. Put in the different majors, even if it's you can see here I've got elementary ed, maybe it's nursing, and maybe it's criminal justice. Three totally different degrees, but all degrees that you're looking into. Make sure you list all of them, because some scholarships are for specific majors, and you'd rather, instead of missing out on a scholarship later on, you'd rather receive a scholarship and then have to decline it because maybe you weren't going to go into that area after all. So you'll want to make sure you put all of that information in there. And then obviously your status at applied schools. Save and continue, you'll click right there. Your GPA, this area, if you're in high school, select the high school information and only input your high school GPA and scale. So like a 4.0 or down here. So like you can see here what I had put, 3.68 out of a 4.0. If you have any questions as you're going through these, you can just select the blue question mark right here as you go through. So save and continue. You've got class rank. You can put in that information if you want. You don't have to put it in. Next, you can see you've got test scores that are available here. So if you've completed your ACTs, which majority of you have if you're seniors this year, those will be input right here. And then obviously if you're a returning college student, you will have that information. This activities tab, I want to spend a few minutes talking about activities. You want to fill out as much information in this area as you can. So different organizations that you're a part of, different volunteer activities that you've done. Some of the scholarships are very heavy on activities that you've completed and volunteer hours. So you want to input as much information in here as possible. If you don't already have like a spreadsheet created with that information, I would encourage you to get a spreadsheet started, and each year just log back in and double check on those to make sure that's updated. If you go to the next thing, we're going to go to the awards. If you have specific awards that you want to include in this area, you can input that information right there as well. Employment area, so you can see I'm either clicking save and continue, or you can click right down on employment as well to jump to the next area if you didn't update anything. If you did update anything, you want to absolutely press that save and continue button. Employment information, you'll want to put that employment info in there and the hours that you worked. Documents tab. Now this is something that has changed, another thing that's changed for 2019. These are probably our two biggest changes for 2019 is you are able to receive funds all across North Dakota. It doesn't matter what high school you graduated from. Also, we are requesting financial information this year. We have a few scholarships that will be needs-based scholarships, and so we are requesting the EFC that you'll receive on your student aid report when you complete your FAFSA. And the only way for us to verify that, the easiest way, is for us to request that you upload that SAR, student aid report, the first page of it, and put it right in here. So this is where you would upload that. So that's an add another document right here. And we request that information on the, like that home, I'll click back over here. It's right, that information is right here that we're requesting. So that's where you will upload that document. Other documents, you won't need to upload any other documents on this area. When you look at the parent guardian info, you can put in information right here. If you're over 18, you do not need this information. If you're not 18, this information will need to be input here. This next page here is going to be your financial info. So like I just said, we are requesting this year to have your FAFSA EFC. We'll have you put that in right here and then indicate if you were eligible for the Pell Grant, which is the money that you don't have to pay back. Like I said, there are a few scholarships that are going to be financial need based. And so in order to qualify for eligibility for some of those scholarships, you would need to have this financial information in here. If you don't want to put the financial information in here, totally okay. Just know that even if you would have been eligible for those scholarships based on your financial information, it's not going to match you to those scholarships since you don't have that in. So up to you if you want to include it. I recommend highly to include it. Everything is confidential. Nobody will be able to see this information outside of just the individuals here on our board, and there's not a lot of people that even go into this information. Everybody that's doing scoring and that kind of thing, our committees for that, they do not have access to any of this information. Next, if we go along, we've got our goals essay. I'm going to transition this back over so we can focus right here. So this area here, when you're looking at writing essays, you want to make sure, and I said this last year too, but that you write very concisely and use clear grammar. Say something that will help the scholarship committee get to know you a little bit, and really be thorough. If you, for North Dakota Dollars to Scholars, we do not have a limit as far as the number of words that you put on these essays. For local chapters, check their pages. If they've got a limit, then you'll want to input that information, or you won't want to go over that limit. But more times than not, there's not necessarily an essay length limit. If you want detailed information on how to, like tips and tricks for writing essays, we do have, Amanda did a scholarship essay writing tip Facebook Live. If you want to go back and search in our Facebooks from December 12th of 2017, that information is back there. So if you want to go back and take a peek at that, definitely go there. And I will say, definitely make sure that you keep track of your essays. So write them in a Word document, save it, so you can utilize it for future essays as well. Unusual circumstances, and for those of you that are returning college students, you can definitely go through and update this information each year as well. Maybe your goals have changed a little bit up here, or maybe something's happened in the last year. You want to update that unusual circumstance information right there. So that is a good idea to be able to do that. Transcript information is right here. So Bismarck Dollars for Scholars request you to provide transcripts. So like I said, I was matched to the Bismarck Dollars for Scholars. So college transcripts, upload them to the additional documents area. Transcript information from the school official. It's saying that my documents are not uploaded. So what I would want to do is go back here, upload those documents, and make sure I've got my official transcript uploaded right there. References, so we do not require references from North Dakota Dollars for Scholars, but Bismarck Dollars for Scholars looks like there are some references that are required for you. So you'd want to get that recommendation information, and you would upload that right here. As always, there is help. You know, if you've got specific questions, that there's frequently asked questions right here on this page. You can scroll up and down through here. Also, you can always reach out to Amanda Wydula or myself. Our Dollars for Scholars phone number is the 701-328-5702. You can also find that information right on our website, or reach out to us via email as well. You can always reach out via the support tab as well if you've got additional questions as you're going through this process. If you want to get back to your dashboard to see where you originally were at, once you've got all this information uploaded, let's say you go in and you want to update your profile, but you're not going to apply for scholarships yet, you'll go back to the dashboard, and here we are. Next time we log in, so next week what we're going to focus on is this searching for scholarships right here. So that's what we'll want to do once we upload or update all of our profile information. Obviously, we're not going to go through that today because we've already run a little bit long, but please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here from you. We are happy to help you if you have any questions while you're going through the process. Feel free to share this video if you find it informational and helpful as well. All right, that is all I have for you today. I am going to just check and make sure that we don't have any questions. It doesn't look like we do. So I think we are good to go. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.